Hello there, my name is Rama, and I'm going to tell you a story by audio, which is a dream I just had about 4 hours ago, and it was very interesting, so I want to share it with you here. I was gonna write it up as a book, but it takes so long to write stuff, and I thought it might be more fun to tell it like a story, like in ancient times when they didn't have books and everything was oral tradition. So I want to try telling it to you in this fashion, because it won't take me as long. The date is December 19th, 2004. The location is west coast of India. Govinda and his friends are miners. They're hired, well, they're essentially slave labor, and their job is to mine the coasts and look for precious minerals. The rocky coast walls, they're looking for minerals. And on December 19th, they are far away from the ocean and the west coast. They are in a nearby church or temple, and they're planning their trip to go to the coast to mine for minerals. Them and some 20 other people are at a what looked to me, because I'm just telling you a story, the vision or the dream that I had, it looks to me like they're in some sort of temple or meeting place. I can only relate to what I saw. I don't really have the words for it because I don't live in India, so I don't know any of the locations. I don't know any of the names. I only know what I saw. So they're in a temple-like location, and Govinda has a very strong attraction. The entire vision that I had was, it didn't really feel like a dream. The vision that I had was from the perspective of Govinda. He was sort of the person that I was in this dream. I didn't feel like I was observing this just third person. I felt like I was Govinda, and I didn't feel like this was a previous life because I was alive in 2004 in the United States. So it was like I had temporarily become Govinda. Govinda had a very strong affection for this other girl, and the names I'm giving them are, I think, are made up. I don't, well, except for one. Um, who has a nickname. So I'm calling Govinda Govinda, and he has a very strong affection for this girl named Mary, who is a very full-breasted young lady. Both of them look like they're about 16 or 18. They're strong. They're very strong, but they're very skinny because they don't get to eat well because they're essentially slave labor. They're miners. Their parents are poor. They are all dark-skinned, Indian-looking kids and 16 or 18, and they have one other good friend whose name is Gandhi because everybody is convinced he's a reincarnation of Gandhi because he looks so much like Gandhi. Everyone, all the mining kids, they all call him Gandhi, no matter what his birth name is, because they all think he's Gandhi reincarnate. And he has this glow about him. He really has this saintly energy about him. He's very intuitive, he's very wise, and he's very gentle. Everyone thinks he's Gandhi, reincarnate, and so they call him that. So his birth name was totally different, but everybody calls him Gandhi. And so Govinda is a very handsome and gentle soul as well. He's very strong. He's maybe the strongest member of the entire troop, and so is Mary. Mary is very sleek and well built. She's a very strong young lady. And Mary and Govinda really, really like each other. They're very, very good friends. It's not I didn't get the sense that they had had any sexual interactions with each other, but they had a very strong, real bond of friendship and kinship, and also the natural male-female connection. But it was very innocent, and Govinda was sort of like their companion. And there's absolutely no tension between Mary, Govinda, and Gandhi, or who we're calling Gandhi, because everybody else in the vision was calling him Gandhi in the vision I was having. And so all three of them are very good friends. There's no tension. There's no male-female dynamics going on. They're just really nice, innocent kids. They don't have any real formal schooling. They've never seen much TV, so they don't have any of the cultural baggage. They're just slave labor who work in the mines. And in this on this day, in this vision that I'm having, Rama talking, in the vision that I'm having of these kids, Govinda and Mary and Gandhi are thinking about their trip, which they're about to take to the west coast, the shoreline, and they're going to be working against the high rocks of the shore to create holes using explosives to mine for minerals. This is what they've been assigned to do. They're not really getting paid to do it, they're assigned to do it. And they're thinking about how them and the other 20 or so kids, they're thinking about how much more effective it would be if the government would use its more advanced equipment. They know the government has better equipment to do the mining. They have machines that, if rocks fall during mining, won't kill the children, because they have machines that are like bulldozers that can just tear through stuff and they won't be damaged. If some rocks fall on the bulldozer doesn't care. But the kids die, so it's a very dangerous occupation. Kids have died, their friends have died while mining, because as they're using the explosives, parts of the rock wall face will collapse and the kids can't get away in time and they die from it, or get severely injured. So they're discussing this outrage that the government has better technology. Why aren't they using it? Why are they forcing the kids to do it? The answer, of course, is you and I would know, there's costs. It's more they don't have to pay the kids anything, so their lives are basically expendable. So the kids know that the government has better ways to do this, and they know it's not the most effective way, but they don't really have a choice. And so they're thinking about their trip. And Govinda and Mary and Gandhi are sitting together away from the rest of the group, and they decide to meditate. Meditation is very common in India. It's everybody knows about it. Not everybody does it these days, but everybody knows about the ancient yogis and Krishna, and it's just part of the folklore of India. And this is 2004, and in India in this day and age, people are becoming more focused on materialism and industry, and they're not spending as much time with the ancient traditions. But these poor kids, they still remember this sort of thing. I seem to be darting in and out of first person and third person because I am relating something that I had a vision of, but at the same time I will become Govinda pretty surely, or I'll be talking from his perspective specifically. So Govinda is staring at Mary, admiring her beauty, and Mary is admiring Govinda, and Gandhi is just the happy little sort of kid that he is. They're all, again, 16, so kid, young man. And Govinda and Mary are sitting, and they say, okay, why don't we meditate before we leave for our trip? Because they were kind of disturbed by the conversation about why isn't the government using these better technologies? Why do we have to do this? Because it's so dangerous for, skinny kids wearing just loincloths to be doing mining against a rock face using explosives. This is just a very dangerous way to do things. And so the three of them decide to meditate. And so Mary, Govinda, and Gandhi sit together cross-legged and facing each other in a little triangle. Govinda closes his eyes, and suddenly he has this vision, and Mary has the vision at the same time. They both have this instantaneous vision of them looking very bedraggled, looking like they've just been through hell itself. Well, they wouldn't call it hell there, so what would they call it? They've just been through like this catastrophe, like this incredible event, and they look so out of sorts, and their clothes have